Hello and welcome to the course. So today we are going to see the settings of the crosshair, and as you can see the pointing device, which a mouse, is connected and shown in the drawing area as a cursor here, and this moving cursor is called the crosshair. And today we are going to see its function and how to change its settings in the option menu. So the first thing to understand in the crosshair is that whenever we activate or use any command, we need the function of this crosshair. So this pointing device help us to create designs as per our liking. Wherever we move the device, the design goes from there to other part of where we are trying to make it. So the first thing, if I start any command, for example, if I take any command from here and simply click it, you will see that the cursor has changed. So if I press escape, you will see the cursor has changed again. So by default, the appearance of this cursor is like this, with a horizontal and a vertical line with a square inside. And whenever I activate any command, the cursor changes to only a single horizontal and a vertical line, and the rectangular shape box within it gets cancelled. So the meaning of it is that whenever your command is inactive, the cursor will look like this, which have a horizontal and vertical line with a square inside, and whenever you activate a command, the cursor will look with only a horizontal and vertical line. So this is the symbol or indication to tell us that a command is active. And then if I simply click anywhere on the screen, you can see that the drawing follows my cursor wherever I go, and wherever I move my pointer, the drawing also continues to move along. So saying that wherever I want to create my drawing, the cursor helps me to design my drawing in that type. So if I escape now here, you will see that the cursor changes again to the normal, which indicates that there is no command active. So now if I select this and hit the delete key on your keyboard, again clicking, if I select in the command bar here, and here if I click a command active, you will see that a command is active and my crosshair has changed. If I press escape, I will get cancel out from the command, and you will see that crosshair returns to its original position. So this is the meaning of the crosshair. Okay, so but sometimes the crosshair shows different icons. So for example, if I select any command from this modifying tool and click it, so you will see the cursor has changed into a rectangular shape. So when we do a designing work, a crosshair changes into a horizontal and vertical line. Then when we do a modifying work, a crosshair changes to a rectangle. Similarly, if I go into the text, you will see my crosshair has changed to a horizontal rectangle, but there is also an ABC in the fourth quadrant of my design. So each and every time the cursor indicates something special about the type of commands you are using. So if I want to change the settings in the cursor, how would I do that? So simply by right clicking on the screen, or we can go into the option settings, application menu, option settings, and here in the option menu you can see that there are numerous tabs available, and here you can see the first option, the pickbox option. So when we have a command active, by default a pickbox is at this point. If I move my pickbox a little bit here, so you can see that pickbox sizes increases, and if I apply and OK and then activate any command, so as you can see, the center square, which was a pickbox, has our size increased. Again if I command active, again the pickbox size is already increased. So this is how we can set a setting in the option again by going into the option menu, and here changing the settings back to the original and hitting OK. Now you can see that the pickbox again has regained its original by default shape. So this is how you can change the setting of the size of the pickbox. Again we can also do the grip size also. So if I create any line, for example if I create a line like this and select it, there are grips here, and these grips are also can be changed from this point, from where if I move the slider here, the grip sizes would increase, and if I move slide here, the grip size would decrease. So I will let it be as it is by default. Another settings we can do of the crosshair is that if we go into the option menu and then in the display, you can see here at the bottom right that there is a crosshair size. So by default it is 5. Let's move it to something like 15 and see the difference, or 16. Apply and OK. Now you can see that the size of my crosshair has increased. So why are we doing so many settings in the crosshair? So basically when our drawing gets bigger and bigger, the crosshair, or we want to get exactly where we want to click, so these settings help us to view our design perfectly and help us create our design. So it depends upon the user how we use these settings. We can again increase it. So it depends upon which kind of a design environment you are working. So the bigger design, the bigger crosshair you can choose. You can also use the horizontal vertical lines for as a reference. So these are all the features of the crosshair. Then again if I want to change it back to our original shape, I can go here, simply enter 5, apply and OK. So now you can see my crosshair has returned to its original shape. So this is how we can change our crosshair settings. So let's practice once again what we have learned today. So the first thing, that if a command is on, if a command is off, my crosshair would look like this. If a command is active, my crosshair would change into something a horizontal vertical. If another type of commands is applied to it, for example now we are here in draw command, if I go into modify command, the crosshair will again change, and when I escape it will return to its by default position. Then again if I select a text, it will again change, giving me some other graphics as you are seeing in the screen. So these are the types by which we can understand if a command is active or not. To do the settings, go into the option or enter options in the text here at the bottom, and then you can simply change the crosshair size. You can also choose a selection. In the selection tab you can increase the pickbox size and you can increase the grip size also. So I hope you have understand this part of our tutorial. So let's meet in our next tutorial. Thank you.